smells like a fucking... This is lovely smell. I'm just going to sit here and sniff my radiator. It smells like cedar. I must have picked up some cedar branches or something, somehow. Oh, it smells delightful. Oh. There's a man in the garage sniffing his motorcycle. Not again. Chia! BakerXDerek, fucker. Making me yell chia. That guy kind of looked at me. Did that count? For the rest of the day, that woman is going to be on Google looking up chia, trying to figure out what the hell did that mean? What was he calling me? Apparently, if you take your hands off the handlebars, it's considered dangerous riding. They can get you for that. It can't be that dangerous if hand signals are an accepted mode of, hand signaling is an accepted mode of informing other road users of your intentions. I got on this topic because I was looking at Snowcat video, and he was down in the disaster area of Calgary, and the police were telling him, basically trying to hustle him along. They didn't want him to be there because I guess they were a bit harried. So they said that they could get him for taking his hands off the steering, off the handlebars, because that's illegal. And of course he told them, I didn't know that was illegal. And and they were like, of course you know that, and so I thought, really, is that actually illegal? So I looked up I went to the BC, it was like a website, looked up the BC laws, driving laws, to see whether it was actually illegal, and I can't find the law, to be perfectly honest. So I assume what they're talking about is just dangerous, the catch-all of dangerous driving or dangerous operation of a motor vehicle. It doesn't really make a lot of sense that it would be specifically illegal. But while looking into the motor laws, I found something else that I found even more interesting, which was that you're not allowed to ride two abreast in a single lane with another motorcycle, which of course the police do all the time around here. I even have on my video they do it everywhere, so that's kind of bizarre. But then they also had an exception to this rule, which apparently it says you're not allowed to ride two abreast in the same lane on a motorcycle, except if you're passing the other motorcycle. So it's perfectly allowable to blow by another motorcyclist in the same lane, which is essentially lane splitting, as far as I can tell. That's perfectly acceptable, but not riding abreast. I always thought it was a bit of a dick move to pass somebody as a motorcyclist in the same lane. I always change lanes if I'm going to pass another motorcyclist ahead of me. I never just whip by them, because as a motorcyclist, I just changed the lane position just there. I didn't even check. I should have, but I got I got a little what do you call that? Sloppy. Chia! There you go, BakerXDerek. That guy fucking looked. That one is definitely going in the contest for you. The contest is still on. That's like the ultimate chia, I think. I think I may have done it. Top that, YouTube. Sure, you may have called out chia to some person on the street. They may have looked. But were they also like a guy in his 70s on whatever those fucking things are called? Mobility, it's not a mobility scooter, it's what the fuck are those things? My favorite statistic in the Google system, the YouTube system, has to be number of minutes watched. Because this is This is like a grand total of all of the world's time that I have wasted with my videos. All of these people could be doing something productive. I look at it as like a huge loss in productivity. All that time, you know. I mean, if someone like Baron von Grumble or M13, you know, if they were to look at their stats, the number of minutes wasted, they would probably have wasted entire human lifespans. Can you imagine? You gotta start wondering whether you're a force for good or evil, though, when you look at a stat like that. And then there's the fictitious amount of money you've earned. That's another one of my favorites. Apparently, they have some like number that connotes how much money in advertising revenue you've made from your videos. I've been doing this for over a year now, or about a year, maybe a little over a year, and yeah, definitely over a year. But I make almost nothing. Like all that time, I'm like a little over $100. I've never actually received any sort of check from Google or something. Presumably, you have to get like $100,000 or something before they pay out, and then they probably pay out a fraction of it. And the rest is some sort of servicing fee or something. But yeah, at one point I thought of just pulling all advertising from all my videos, but I have some videos that are, most of my revenue actually comes from 2 or 3 videos that I did early on, about the 400. I guess it's very big in Japan. I get a lot of hits from Japan. But yeah, so right now my methodology is I don't put ads on my most recent videos so that my subscribers can view it without having to watch an ad. But if you're going back over my old stuff, then you can see my ad. Then you can see ads, and maybe I'll pick up a bit of revenue from that. I don't know. The other thing I thought of doing, if I ever actually receive any money, is I'm going to spend it on my viewers, or possibly I'm just going to send gear to my favorite motovloggers. Not all of them. I mean, most of my motovloggers I watch are totally geared up and don't really appear to need anything. But then there's a couple of the younger guys who don't have a lot of cash, and you see them missing bits of stuff, and I just feel like buying them some gear, I suppose I could do that anyway, but I think it would have a nice ring to it if I could take my YouTube earnings and buy a pair of gloves for some guy or something. That would be a good use of that kind of money, if it indeed is actually money and not a complete fiction. That was close, huh? God. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Oh.